Hey guys, so I'm at my grandparents' house here in Mesa, Arizona. Just decided that I had a little shelf in the back of my truck that I was using to basically just have this little storage area for my speaker if I want to listen to music, or coffee mug if I'm just having out a little, chill time in the topper. But basically what I decided to do is I had a bunch of stuff just kind of stored on the side, and I'll flash the picture up here. And what'll happen is basically I have all that stuff just kind of sitting there, and it'll just kind of just be all over the place. And so what I decided to do is basically just make a little not really sure what to call it. It's kind of like a cabinet, kind of not. It's like a box that has a lid that just flips up. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Basically what I'm gonna do is I got the back here, and the shelf was on the side, on this side here. So what I'm gonna do is basically come out about, wherever it comes out to, about here, about 5 feet from the back of the bed. I'm thinking have some space here for Houdini's water and food and stuff like that. Maybe my water, whatever ends up being there. But basically what I'll have is just have it out to here. It'll basically be a box that fills all this in, and then I can have a separator, maybe 2 or 3 different sides. And what I'll do is I'll be able to open and close that thing. It'll have the divider, so I can just store stuff in there, and that'll be perfect. And I'll get a little bit closer. Basically these things right here, I don't have the screws in them right now, but those are what anchor to the side of the truck. So I have some pretty beefy, some L brackets and some shallow strut. Basically just making a little support bracket there for the entire cabinet. So you can kind of see what I have here. Just got some supplies at Home Depot. Obviously wood is pretty expensive right now with the pandemic, so what I did is I got some 2x2s. This is actually pretty cool. So instead of getting plywood, because plywood's super expensive, I found this particle board, plaster board, whatever you want to call it. But it's basically Expo dry erase on one side and dry chalk on the other side. So I'm gonna think through it. I think this side will be the side that I sleep on, up against that side, because I think just having Expo, I'll be able to wash it away too easily, just brushing past it. But then maybe have this on the sleeping side, and on the side that the tailgate's on, what I'll do is I'll have the Expo side, and I'll be able to write little notes and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. But basically what I'm thinking about doing is, like I said, about 5 feet, by about 14 feet from the side of the bed out and into the bed. Just want to give myself some room to sleep in there. And basically, and it'll be about 17 inches deep is what I kind of measured out. So I'm gonna massage it. I got some extra wood and stuff like that. So I got plenty of material to make it fit exactly what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If there's one thing that I could say, safety first. So basically the easiest thing I decided is that I'm just gonna get it's 14 inches here, and then right at this line it's 16 inches. Maybe more like that. But basically I'm not gonna do 14, I think I'm gonna do 16. I gotta look at the hinges I got again. Just double check. I may get closer to this one. I just have a 15 and a half or some crazy number like that. But yeah, keep going. Go. It's definitely not straight, but I think I'll be able to work with that. Let's go see how it fits in the truck. That's gonna do it right there. I don't know, what do you think? I think that'd be solid right there. Doesn't need to be the most you know, perfect cabinet in the world. I'm just gonna go ahead and just use this guy a little bit to do some cuts. And pretty much just gonna measure it off the board that I cut over there already. And just basically square it off for the top so it can, you know, hinge up and down on itself. And then just need to make the legs. It's really gonna be really simple, so I'll check with you guys in a little bit. Again, safety first when you're cutting very, very splintery wood and very cheap wood. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to run just one screw through each of the corners to make sure it's perfect. What do you guys think about this company SPAC? Let me know in the comments. I almost bought all their stuff. It looked like they have pretty good products, but they have a lot of stuff where they want you to buy their own heads. It's like a T20 head, but it has like a guide for it, and even this is a regular Phillips head, but they also wanted to sell you like one with like a guide in it, so I'm going to try out the regular Phillips head and see what happens. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the legs. We'll do the braces first. I don't know, I'm going to use like these guys and just chop them up the same length as those. And I put L brackets, kind of kitty quartered. You'll see how I do it to make them like kind of sturdy. We'll do that first, and then I'll start cutting that guy down to start doing the legs. I'm looking for the biggest thing that I have to fit in here, basically, before I make these where I want them. I'll find the lightest thing. I'm getting there. A little step like this might be pretty wide. Even then, I should fit. It's obviously not going to sit like that, but maybe this way. I don't know, to see how it fits all in there. Should be good for that. I'm just going to try to, ooh. Let's see. That might be my deciding. Oh man. That's nice, that's nice. I think that's where I'm going to put them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like, you can't really tell, but I have one in this corner. And then I think I'm going to do one in this corner. I think that'll make it nice and laterally, you know, sturdy. You know, if it breaks, let's see what happens. So, do this. Throw 4 screws in here through the centers to give them that support. I climb on that. 17.5 legs. So here's a tip for you that I learned the hard way. So what I did is I got some 2x2s, right? And but a 2x2 isn't a 2x2, believe it or not. Actually, 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So when you're out there buying your wood, like a 2x4 or something, you're really going to be like 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches or something like that. I think that's it. But make sure you look online. When you're doing all your measurements and stuff, if you do a 2x4 and you do all your measurements based on the thickness of a 2x4 being 2 inches by 4 inches, you're going to be all over the place. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that guy like that. So, what did I say, 17 inches, 1.5 inches, minus 1.5 inches, or 15.5 inches. So, take my 4 legs and 15.5 and sure we'll go from there. I'm deciding that this is going to be the top and this is going to be the front. So basically, so this will be my top front. So what I'm going to do is this will be pointing out, this will be the tailgate, this will be my bed side where I'm sleeping, this will be the bed side of the truck, you know, like the side of the truck. So I'll be sleeping on this side, this will be the tailgate, this will be the side of the truck where I can't do anything with the window, all that stuff. So I'm going to do this little mark like this. I'm going to go do a test fit really quick, see what we got going on. It's nice and light. It's looking really good. Man, perfect. I definitely want to get the other legs on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that piece of unistrut. I don't know if you saw that or not, but take that, use that to space off, so that should be perfect. And then we'll test it again. What I'm gonna do is, I got the piece of strut here. I'm gonna take it to span, just right there to space it off. I think that should work just fine with the bolts that I have. We'll see. It's gonna be kind of tight. But then basically what I'll do is after I have that done, I'll take these bolts to go through, and that'll basically, so I need to do it this way for sure. But then basically what that'll allow me to do is have this go through the wood. Can find out right now. Bam. So it's gonna be tight, but it should be good. I'll get the there's these where is it? There it is. These little guys, I don't know if you can see that or not, but basically, let's move this out of the way. This is what I'll use to hook up to the bed. So go through the holes here, just get that guy lined up, and should be good. Check with you in a second. For a second. Basically what I'm doing is I have to cut out that hole for the topper clamp, but what you don't like, so when I did it I was like, oh man, it's only just gonna be like 2 inches, but really when I got the tape measure and started doing this with the hinge, it actually becomes longer. So I needed to come out to 3.75 inches. So I'm gonna at least do that. I'm I'm gonna do it like just like a bar, basically, a rectangle. I mean, with the Sawzall, and that should give me the length and everything I need. And hopefully it's not too short, but I'm gonna put the hinge on this side anyway, so I don't think this will just be kind of hanging out there. Let's see how it goes. And then what we'll do is when I put the hinge on. Perfect. Alright, so I got these two in. They're looking pretty good. I just need to wipe them down with like a wet rag probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount these guys up. And there'll be one more on this side. That'll be the Expo like white marker. At least this is looking good. This is like basically right in the center. So yeah, take a look at that. So that's nice and centered, more or less. Just went ahead and started finishing this guy. Basically, finish the inside here. So I'll show you exactly what's going on. Basically, have this little handle here, but I'll basically be able to get that and flip around this little rope I have up here, and I'll keep it up. Perfect. And then what I added in here was the dividers. Basically, this piece of wood, nothing special. So, spacing is not as perfect as it could be, but as far as I really, not pretty much that. Also added a bottle opener, so perfect. I'll go ahead and get this thing cleaned up and packed, and I'll be back. So just finished up the cabin. I think the best I'm going to be able to do. So I'll give you a grand tour. Basically, just put the bed in there just to see like what's going on basically. So this is a full-size twin, 74 inches long. So it's perfect for me. The bed is the truck bed is 74 inches long, so I'm 74 inches tall. It's perfect. So this is my battery set up on the side. I'll get to that in another video, but you can kind of see what's going on there. Fire extinguisher, fan, and all that stuff. Powered off that, and then the solar just comes in from up there. But I'll do a full video on that at some point. So cabinet, basically. Oh, I know, Dini. We're going. Don't worry, buddy. I know. We're gonna go. Give me 2 minutes, okay? It's kind of like my little area too, you know. Basically sit here, have a meal, whatever. You know, play on my laptop if I want to. It's the perfect height. And then be able to look out. Be able to see the view. Hang out, have a good time. Have my little coffee. And then just have to figure out what I'm gonna put on top there, but it should be good enough. This basically just hooks up that little string, so, and then that's it. All my stuff in there. All right, I'm at 0% battery, so I'm gonna cut this one short. Thanks for watching.